This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of December 28th, 2022. I'm Alex Brown. The Executive Vice President of Gibson Development in Terre Haute says the redevelopment of the former Holman & Company building will be a boon for economic development. The developer is planning to transform the 130-year-old building in the city's downtown into a West Central business hub that will house several organizations, including the Terre Haute Chamber of Commerce and Terre Haute Economic Development Corporation. Brian Koistra says locating such like-minded entities in one building has been discussed for years and creates many benefits.
For existing businesses within our community and those from outside our community that are looking to locate in Terre Haute, having all of those resources under one roof, providing kind of a one-stop shop, we think is really going to streamline and, accommodate those people much better.
The organizations will be located on the first two floors of the 7-story building, with the remaining floors being considered for additional office and potentially residential space. Koistra said they hope to begin construction in February and begin moving tenants into the building early in the second quarter of 2023. Noblesville plans to develop the former site of a Firestone manufacturing plant that has been vacant for more than a decade while environmental testing and remediation took place. Nashville-based Bridgestone Americas Tire Operations, which owns Firestone Tire and Rubber Company, recently donated the factory site to the city following years of negotiations. Deputy Mayor Matt Light told the Noblesville City Council last week that municipal or nonprofit buildings could be constructed on the site east of the city's downtown. However, he emphasized that no final decisions have been made about redevelopment. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Help us honor the unsung heroes in our healthcare community. IBJ's Healthcare Hero Awards recognize individuals and organizations who are making a significant impact on the quality of healthcare in our community. We'll celebrate these leaders at IBJ's 2023 Healthcare Hero Awards event on March 10th, 2023. Nominate your favorite hero by December 30th at ibj.com/nominations.
Whether it's a new hire or a noteworthy promotion, IIB's Bigwigs and New Gigs serves as a platform to promote your team. Our revamped offering includes being featured on both the newly redesigned newsletter and at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Subscribers to the Business News subscription save $10 off every listing. Plus, you can save $100 by bundling your submission to IIB with the Indianapolis Business Journal or the Indiana Lawyer. More at InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
Just weeks ago, a Texas jury awarded a family more than $21 million after a routine surgery on their 27-year-old son left him in a vegetative state. The jury agreed the tragic outcome was the result of his airway not being properly monitored during the surgery. A South Bend-based startup says its device could prevent such worst-case scenarios. Inside Indiana business reporter Kylie Valletta.
Eris Surgical is working to commercialize a simple add-on device it says would make outpatient surgeries safer. Surgeries at hospitals that require an overnight stay typically use general anesthesia. It's a closed system, which means the patient's carbon dioxide, or CO2 level, can be easily monitored. It's a critical vital sign in the OR. However, outpatient surgical clinics that are becoming more common use IV sedation. This is an open system, making the patient's CO2 level much more difficult to monitor. Eris Surgical has a patent-pending device about the size of a postage stamp that can be easily attached to standard air tubing. Eris co-founder and chief executive officer Hunter Macmillan says it enables doctors to get a real-time CO2 level during IV sedation, equal to the high-quality level that doctors rely on during general anesthesia.
So essentially you're going from flying blind to getting high-quality, real-time breathing information on the patient, which it's great for patients too. It's another line of defense. It's great for clinicians, in the sense they're getting real-time data they can respond to.
Macmillan earned his MBA from Notre Dame, and the doctor who invented the device grew up in South Bend, so he brought his idea to the university's Idea Center. Kylie Valletta, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
A burst sprinkler pipe has caused what officials are calling major damage to the Hammond Public Library. Our partners at the Times of Northwest Indiana report the library is expected to be closed for at least 2 weeks while crews work to repair the damage. Library officials told the publication the pipe burst on the second floor around 7 p.m. Sunday and flooded the building. The library has hired a remediation company to help with repairs that include carpeting, ceiling tiles, drywall, electrical systems, and lighting. The library said an estimated cost for the repairs is not yet known. Thankfully, though, only a small number of books were damaged by the incident. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Indiana collected just over $7 million in civil and criminal actions for the fiscal year 2022, the office announced last week. The collections amount to almost $2 million more than last year. According to U.S. Attorney Clifford Johnson, more than $6.5 million was collected in criminal actions and about $493,000 was collected in civil actions during the fiscal year from October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. One of the largest collections came in May, when the Indiana Northern District recovered $1.5 million from steelmaker Cleveland Cliffs for civil penalties in a Clean Water Act case that was part of a settlement for a discharge in 2019 into the Burns waterway. The discharge leading into Lake Michigan exceeded ammonia and cyanide limits and resulted in 3,000 dead fish, beach closures, and danger of tainted drinking water. Hall of Fame broadcaster Ann Craig Cinnamon is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.